Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Mahārāja's message is your advantage. The following is a Sri Kṛṣṇa Caitanya book compilation given by His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Mahārāja on May 25th, 2022 in Chennai, India.
Pangom langayate girim Shri Gurum Deenatarinam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Continuing the Chaitanya Leela class, chapter The Desire of King Pratāparudra is submitted under the section The Lord's Return to Nilachala. Chaitanya Mangal Sheshakanda 3.72.
হেনই সময়ে কথা কহিব এখনে প্রতাপ রুদ্রের কৃপা কইল যেন মনে.
At the same time, I will tell here about how Lord Chaitanya showed mercy to Pratāparudra.
Previously, Lord Chaitanya was very restrictive to giving darshan to Mahārāja Pratāparudra.
Previously, Lord Chaitanya was very restrictive about giving darshan to Mahārāja Pratāparudra.
Now, he is giving his mercy.
Now he is giving his mercy. Chaitanya Mangal Sheshakanda 3.73.
লোক মুখে শুনি রাজা মহাপ্রভুর গুণ আশ্চর্য মানয়ে সেনা কহে কিছু পুন.
By people's mouth, the king heard about the character of Lord Mahaprabhu. He thought it to be wonderful, but then again he said nothing.
After hearing the glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu,
After hearing the glories of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu,
I think Pratāparudra, he didn't say anything in reply.
King Pratāparudra didn't say anything in reply,
Although he thought it was very wonderful.
although he thought it was very wonderful. Chaitanya Mangal Sheshakanda 3.74.
একদিন গেলা জগন্নাথ দেখিবারে জগন্নাথ না দেখে দেখে মিশিবরে.
One day he went in order to see Lord Jagannath, but he did not see Lord Jagannath. He saw the best of the sannyasis.
I think Pratāparudra had darshan of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
So King Pratāparudra had darshan of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mangal Sheshakanda 3.75.
কি কি বলি মনে গুণে বিস্মিত হিয়ায় পরীক্ষাকে পুছে রাজা কি দেখো নরায়.
Saying what, and wonderstruck, he contemplated within. He asked the servitor, in what way do you see Lord Jagannath?
So the temple guard, he was asked by the king
So the temple guard, he was asked by the king
to say in what way he saw Lord Jagannath.
to see in what way he saw Lord Jagannath. Chaitanya Mangal Sheshakanda 3.76.
পরিছা কহয়ে দেব জগন্নাথ দেখি রাজা কহে তো সবাকে ব্যর্থ আমি রাখি।
The servitor said, Master, I see Jagannath. The king said, I am vainly keeping you all. Caitanya Mangal Seshakanda 3.77.
জগন্নাথ স্থানে নেশি বসি আছে হেরা মোর দণ্ড ভয়ে কিছু না দেখিয়ে বলো।
See that a sannyasi is sitting in the place of Lord Jagannath. Afraid of punishment, you are telling that you are not seeing anything.
So a temple guard said he was seeing Lord Jagannath.
So the temple guard said he was seeing Lord Jagannath.
But the king, he saw a sannyasi sitting in the place of Jagannath.
But the king, he saw a sannyasi sitting in the place of Jagannath.
Very mysterious.
Very mysterious.
চৈতন্য মঙ্গল শেষ খণ্ড 3.78 আখি তারিমু যেন হেন নহে কবু নহে বা কি দেখো সত্য করি কহ তবু।
See that your eyes will not be plucked out. To avoid this, tell the truth as to what you see.
The king is asking his servitor to say what he sees on Lord Jagannath's altar.
So the king is asking his servitor to say what he sees on Lord Jagannath's altar. Caitanya Mangal Seshakanda 3.79.
ইবল শুনিয়া পরিছা বলে পুনর্বার জগন্নাথ বহি মোরা নাহি দেখিয়ার।
Listening to these, the servitor said again, I don't see anyone other than Jagannath.
So the servitor was only seeing Lord Jagannath on the altar.
So the servitor was only seeing Lord Jagannath on the altar.
But the king was seeing a sannyasi.
But the king was seeing a sannyasi. Caitanya Mangal Seshakanda 3.80.
তবে তো প্রতাপরুদ্র গুণে মনে মনে সন্ন্যাসীকে কেনে দেখি আমার নয়নে।
Then Pratāparudra contemplated within, why do I see a sannyasi with my eyes?
Our king, Pratāparudra, was trying to figure out why he saw a sannyasi in the place of Jagannath.
So King Pratāparudra was trying to figure out why he saw a sannyasi in place of Jagannath.
And everyone else saw Jagannath.
And everyone else saw Jagannath. Caitanya Mangal Seshakanda 3.81.
শুনিয়াছি সন্ন্যাসীর মহিমা পার ইহার কারণ তবু করিব বিচার।
I had heard the unfathomable glories of the sannyasi and I will find out the reason for this.
So King Pratāparudra thought, since I have heard unfathomable glories of this sannyasi, I will think about it and try to understand.
So King Pratāparudra thought that since I have heard the unfathomable glories of this sannyasi, I will think about it
and try to understand
the reason for it. Caitanya Mangal Seshakanda 3.82.
এতে গুলিয়া রাজা চলিল সত্তর আপনি চলিলা যথা আছে নিশিবর।
Thus contemplating, the king quickly went to the place where the sannyasi was staying in Tota Gopinath.
So the Gopinath is like another Pandit was staying.
Tota Gopinath was the place where Gadadhar Pandit was staying.
Sometimes Lord Chaitanya would stay there.
And sometimes Lord Chaitanya would stay there. Murari Gupta Korcha 4.16.1. Then the king of Utkala, lord of many elephants, desired to have darshan of Mahaprabhu. He summoned Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya together with Ramananda Rai.
To see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he called intimate associates of Lord Chaitanya, Ramananda Rai and Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya.
So you see that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu called his intimate associates, the king called the intimate associates of the Lord, Ramananda Rai and Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya. Murari Gupta Karcha 4.16.2. In a loving mood, with respect and humility, he asked them by what means he could obtain darshana of Gaurachandra and his elder brother.
I want to see Lord Chandra and Nityananda.
He wanted to see Lord Gaurachandra and Nityananda Chandra.
It was not easy for kings to see them.
It was not easy for kings to see them. Murari Gupta Karcha 4.16.3. Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya said to him, Maharaj, for a king like yourself, it is difficult to have the Lord's darshan. You should adopt some other means to see him.
So, if King Pratāparudra goes in his royal dress to see Lord Chaitanya,
So if King Pratāparudra goes in his royal dress to see Lord Chaitanya,
then it may difficult.
it would be very difficult.
And so, Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya recommended some other strategy.
So Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya recommended some other strategy. Murari Gupta Karcha 4.16.4. When those two supreme lords became intoxicated by the joy of Sankirtana, then, O great king, you may attempt to see them.
Lord Chaitanya, sometimes was going ecstasy during the Sankirtan.
Lord Chaitanya and Nitai Prabhu would sometimes go in ecstasy during Sankirtana.
At this time, he suggested King Pratāparudra a good time to see them.
This time was that he recommended King Pratāparudra was a due time he could see them. Murari Gupta Karcha 4.16.5. The king eagerly replied with a brightly smiling face, O Brahmana, kindly bless this endeavor so it may soon take place.
So, he wanted to get the darshan of Gauranga.
So he wanted to get the darshan of Lord Gauranga.
And he accepted the suggestion of Pratāparudra.
And he accepted the suggestion of Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya. Murari Gupta Karcha 4.16.6. Later, when the king was informed that the supreme lords were tasting the delights of congregational kirtan, he came and gazed upon those two oceans of mercy. Murari Gupta Karcha 4.16.7. The lords' bodies were decorated by tears, eruptions and trembling, and from their noises and mouths flowed nectarian saliva. Gazing upon those two lords thus ornamented, the king also wept and his hairs thrilled in rapture.
So when King Pratāparudra saw the two lords, Gaura and Caitanya,
So when King Pratāparudra saw the two lords, Lord Gauranga and Nitai Chandra,
in ecstasy, he also became ecstatic. Started to cry and have eruptions on his body.
He started to cry and have eruptions on his body. Murari Gupta Kṛṣṇa 4.16.8. Very satisfied, he returned to his home and went to sleep. Then in a dream, he saw the two lords. Their forms exhibited the bliss of Kirtan, and they were seated upon jeweled lion thrones.
King Pratāparudra had a dream of Nitai Gaurachandra.
So King Pratāparudra had a dream of Nitai Gaurachandra.
And they were sitting on a simhasana.
And they were sitting on a simhasan. Murari Gupta Kṛṣṇa 4.16.9. With great happiness, he beheld those enemies of Pralamba and Mura, Balaram and Kṛṣṇa, perpetually and totally absorbed in their glorious pastimes. Oh, what is this? What is this? Pratāparudra cried as he fainted, falling to the earth with great force. When he arose, he again saw the two Prabhus.
King Pratāparudra, being affected by the mercy of Lord Caitanya and Nityananda,
King Pratāparudra, being affected by the mercy of Lord Caitanya and Lord Nityananda,
he fainted in ecstasy.
He fainted in ecstasy
And fell to the earth with great force.
and fell to the earth with great force.
And he saw the two Prabhus again.
Then he saw the two Prabhus again. Murari Gupta Kṛṣṇa 4.16.9, first part. Thrice he saw this dream. Losing all sobriety because of prema, he wept.
So, King Pratāparudra, he was seeing this dream again and again.
So King Pratāparudra, he was seeing this dream again and again.
And he became completely overwhelmed in mercy, and he was crying, weeping, in ecstasy.
And he became completely overwhelmed by the mercy. He was crying and weeping in ecstasy. Chaitanya Mangal Sesha Kanda 3.83.
দেখিলো টোটা এনেছি আছে নিজ মেলে বৃন্দাবন কথা কহে হরি হরি বলে
He saw that the sannyasis were surrounded by his associates, narrating the topics of Vrindavan and chanted Hari 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 Hari.
And now, the king Pratāparudra was going to the temple of Tota.
So now King Pratāparudra was going to the temple of Tota Gopinath.
And he saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Udazi.
And he saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and other sannyasis.
And he was surrounded by his associates extending his about Vrindavan.
And he was surrounded by his other associates explaining about Vrindavan. Caitanya Mangal Sesha Khanda 3.84.
পুনরপি জগন্নাথ দেখিয়ার বার দেখিল সন্ন্যাসী সেই সুমেরু আকার।
Again he went to see Jagannath in the temple. Again he saw the sannyasi with a form like that of the Sumeru golden mountain.
So Lord Chaitanya was his sometimes glorified as moving Jagannath.
So Lord Chaitanya was sometimes glorified as moving Jagannath.
The king was seeing Lord Chaitanya in his form as a sannyasi.
So the king was seeing Lord Chaitanya in his form of a sannyasi
with a golden color
in the
place of Lord Jagannath.
In the place of Lord Jagannath. Caitanya Mangal Sesha Khanda 3.85.
দেখিয়া রাজার ভের হিয়া চমৎকার এই জগন্নাথ সেই নিশি অবতার।
Having seen all these, the heart of the king was filled with wonder. He concluded, this Lord Jagannath is the incarnation of that sannyasi.
So somehow King Pratāparudra, he was seeing Lord Jagannath and Lord Chaitanya Chandra as different.
So King Pratāparudra was somehow seeing Lord Jagannath and Lord Chaitanya as non-different. Caitanya Mangal Sesha Khanda 3.86.
প্রতাপরুদ্রের মনে বাড়ে অনুরাগ সত্তরে চলিলায় অথা আছে মহাভাগ।
Attachment increased in the heart of Pratāparudra. Swiftly went where Lord Chaitanya was staying, in the Tota Gopinath temple.
Having seen a sannyasi in the place of Lord Jagannath, then he went rushing to see Lord Chaitanya and to the Gopinath temple.
Having seen the sannyasi in place of Lord Jagannath, then he quickly went rushing to the Tota Gopinath temple
to see Lord Chaitanya.
Chaitanya. Caitanya Mangal Sesha Khanda 3.87.
টোটায় নাহি কেহ ভাঙিল দেওয়ান গোবিন্দের কহে রাজা কাতর বয়ান।
No one was in the Tota Gopinath temple since the assembly of devotees went to their respective places. The king submitted Govinda grief-stricken statement. Caitanya Mangal Sesha Khanda 3.88.
কোন মতে দেখো মুই গোসাইর চরণ ইহার উপায় মোরে কহ মহাজন।
How can I see the lotus face of Gosai? Tell me the means to approach him, O great soul.
So, King Pratāparudra was eager to see Lord Chaitanya.
So King Pratāparudra was eager to see Lord Chaitanya.
And he was trying to find out the way to do that.
And he was trying to find out the way to do that. Caitanya Mangal Sesha Khanda 3.89.
গোবিন্দ কহৈ রাজা নাহাও কাতর এখানে না পাবে দেখা হইল অনবসর
Govinda said, O king, do not be grief-stricken. Here you cannot see him. Now is not the time. Caitanya Mangal Sesha Khanda 3.90.
কখন আসিব মই কহ মহাভাগ কাতর বয়ান রাজা বারে অনুরাগ
When should I come? Please tell me, O great soul, spoke the king with grief-stricken words, and his attachment grew.
So, King Pratāparudra became more and more anxious to see Lord Chaitanya.
So King Pratāparudra became more and more anxious to see Lord Chaitanya.
His attachment for the Lord increased.
His attachment for the Lord increased. Caitanya Mangal Sesha Khanda 3.91.
সেদিন রহিল রাজা সেই তো নগরে সঙ্গী গণ দেখি কাকু করে সবারে
On that day, the king stayed in that city. Seeing the Lord's companions, he pleaded them with sorrowful words.
The king's desire to see Lord Chaitanya was increasing more and more.
So the king's desire to see Lord Chaitanya was increasing more and more.
So he pleaded to the associates of Lord Chaitanya.
So he pleaded to the associates of Lord Chaitanya. Caitanya Mangal Sesha Khanda 3.92.
পুরী গোসাই আদি করি যত ভক্তগণ গোসাইর গোচর করিবারে হইল মন
The devotees headed by Puri Gosai desired to approach Lord Chaitanya.
Brahmana Puri wanted to talk to Lord Chaitanya.
Ramananda Puri wanted to talk to Lord Chaitanya.
Being moved by a desire of King Pratāparudra.
Being moved by the desire of King Pratāparudra. Caitanya Mangal Sesha Khanda 3.93.
এই মনে দিন দুই চারি গেল যবে কাশী মিশ্র ঘরেতে একত্র হইলা সবে
In this way, after a few days, they assembled together at Kashi Mishra's house. Caitanya Mangal Sesha Khanda 3.94.
সকল কত মেলি যুকতি করিল সবে মেলি গোচরিব এই যুক্তি করিল
All the assembled devotees consulted among themselves and they concluded that they will all inform Lord Chaitanya. Caitanya Mangal Sesha Khanda 3.95.
পারদিন মহাপ্রভু কাশী মিশ্র ঘরে আচম্বিতে বসে আছে নিজ ভক্ত মেলে
One day, Lord Mahaprabhu was seated surrounded by his associates at Kashi Mishra's house.
Lord Chaitanya sat and was surrounded by his associates.
So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sat and he was surrounded by his associates.
So this was the opportune time.
So this was the opportune time. Chaitanya Mangal, Seshakhanda 3.96.
রাজার ব্যগ্রতায় সবার কাতর অন্তর পুরী গোসাই কহিল সে প্রভুর গোচর
Seeing the anxiety of the king, the devotees were anxious. Puri Gosai approached Lord Chaitanya and said, Chaitanya Mangal, Seshakhanda 3.97.
এক নিবেদন গোসাই করিতে ডরাও নির্ভয়ে কহ তবে যদি আজ্ঞা পাও
I have an appeal, O Lord, but I am afraid to say. I will say without fear if you order me.
He was willing to reveal to Lord Chaitanya what he wanted him to do so.
So Paramananda Puri was ready to reveal to Lord Chaitanya, but he wanted him to permit him to do so. Chaitanya Mangal, Seshakhanda 3.98.
ঠাকুর কহে শোনো পুরী যে গোসাই মোর ঠাই তোর ডর কোনো কালে নাই
Lord Chaitanya said, Listen, O Puri Gosai, be fearless at all times in my presence.
Lord Chaitanya was telling Paramananda Puri that he could be fearless at all times.
So Lord Chaitanya was telling Paramananda Puri that he can be fearless at all times in his presence. Chaitanya Mangal, Seshakhanda 3.99.
কি কহিবে কহ শুনি হৃদয় তোমার পুরী গোসাই বলে বল রাখিবে আমার
What do you want? Say. What do you want to say? Let me listen to your heart's desire. Puri Gosai said, Fulfill my words. Chaitanya Mangal, Seshakhanda 3.100.
কাশী মিশ্র আদি করি যত ভক্তগণ সবার বচনে মই বলি এ বচন
Headed by Kashi Mishra and all the devotees, whatever they want to speak, I say these words.
Paramananda was saying that he's speaking on behalf of all the devotees.
So Paramananda Puri was saying that he was speaking on behalf of all the devotees. Chaitanya Mangal, Seshakhanda 3.101.
শ্রী জগন্নাথ দেব নীলাচলে বাস প্রতাপরুদ্র রাজা হয় তার নিজ দাস
Sri Jagannath Deva resides in Nilachal and his personal servant is King Pratāparudra.
So he was identifying King Pratāparudra as personal servitor of Lord Jagannath Deva.
So he was identifying Pratāparudra as the personal servant of Jagannath Dev.
So he's very eager to see Lord Chaitanya.
So he is very eager to see Lord Chaitanya. Chaitanya Mangal, Seshakhanda 3.102.
তোর পদ দেখিবারে সাধে মো সবারে আজ্ঞা পাইলে হয় সেই চরণ গোচরে।
In order to see your lotus feet, he has pleaded all of us. In order to see your lotus feet, King Pratāparudra has pleaded all of us. To all of us. If you command, then he can see.
So, a king being a Kshatriya and a head of state,
So the king being a Kshatriya and the head of state,
he had the permission of Lord Caitanya to see him.
he had to have the permission of Lord Caitanya to see him.
And I'm asking that Pratāparudra is asking that, expressing that desire I King Pratāparudra to Lord Caitanya.
And Paramananda Puri is expressing that desire of King Pratāparudra to Lord Caitanya. Thus ends the chapter. The desire of King Pratāparudra is submitted under the section Return to Nilachala. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you for watching our videos. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.